though.
Even as a baby, Jordan
she was just chill.
Jordan made us a mommy and daddy. Aria made us parents.
Right.
For that time period, because we've had to evolve as parents as they've grown.
That's what makes it exhausting. There's just when you start to get comfortable in one stage, then growth happens. It's like, damn, I just got this.
Well, we started when Aria was 4 and Jordan was 7.
Yeah.
And they're completely different little people.
Yes. There's two sides to that. That's a great thing. And then it can be exhausting. Because on a certain level, we have to be two different parents to these kids.
Very true.
Jordan is teaching me how to deal with myself.
She is you.
Jordan is teaching me how to deal with myself. And that can be painful.
She's sarcastic as hell.
Yeah. And so she's teaching me what areas I need to be better in. Or more so, let me not say that because it sounds like how she is my flaws. And it's not that at all. But certain things about myself that it might be fine, but me personally, I might not be okay with it. Or more so, if anything, definitely, is this how other people see me? Like, I know I'm sarcastic, but am I overly sarcastic?
Right.
And then Aria taught me to be a parent that I'm not used to seeing or being around. Mm-hmm. She's teaching me how to be a wide range parent. Mm-hmm. Meaning how I see some of these parents that are much more lenient. I can't be the typical black parent with Aria.
No, she would not respond well to that.
She won't. She does not respond to that, and rightfully so. And I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. She helped me become more of a conscious parent in all other aspects outside of just seeing myself in the mirror with Jordan. Mm-hmm. So with Aria, she's helped me for sure with my temper.
Yeah.
Because as much as I hate to admit that, but I'm calm, but I have a temper. Mm-hmm. So it's like a perfect balance between both of my parents. Mm-hmm. And I would probably hate hearing me say that. And so with Aria, much more conscious of me lashing out or me raising my voice. Mm-hmm. Being a parent that admits their flaws.
Yes.
Like, let my kids know, we don't have it all figured out. As a parent, I'm gonna make mistakes. It is okay to apologize to your children.
Oh my God.
It is okay to apologize to your children, right?
That was a big lesson for me.
Right. Like, when I was a kid, sorry, Mom, but when I was a kid, I didn't get my butt whooped like crazy, but I caught some ass whooping. My mom used to whoop me and then say, "I want to talk about it." Right. And no, you just
I don't want to have a conversation.
But it was to understand why she did it. Right. And so on the flip side of that, understanding that there's certain things as a parent that you're going to do that your kid isn't going to agree with or like. And you know that you're the parent, they're the child. Mm-hmm. But just because you're the parent doesn't mean you don't make mistakes and you can't apologize. You can't say, "Oh, okay, I did this wrong."
Absolutely.
Or I can do this better. Or even giving your child a voice.
That goes back to that old school parenting because it's the idea that a child should be seen and not heard. Right. But you spend all this time putting your child in that position and then somehow magically expect them to grow up at 18 and be like, "Well, why aren't you doing X, Y, Z?" Because you never gave them an opportunity to be that person. You never taught them how to be this ambitious or, research, go and ask the questions, because you always said that they should be seen and not heard. So they don't magically transform at 18 or 21 or 25 or 30 even for that matter into this adult just because you hope that they're going to be that way. There is this tending of the garden that has to happen. And I think one of my biggest lessons has been trying to learn how to give them the room to become who they need to become in all aspects. Because most parents try to create many versions of themselves, even when they don't realize it. It's like, this is the path you need to follow. These are the things that you need to do. Opposed to opening up the gates and say, baby, you have all of these choices. I'm here for you, but you got to go figure it out.
And there's still a balancing act, because sometimes we have too many choices.
True.
And then you don't know how to choose. You get analysis paralysis, as you say.
Absolutely.
And so while evolving as a parent and being, like, I don't like being considered a new school parent, just an evolved parent.
Right.
And maybe it's because of the stigma of new school parenting.
I mean, that comes with accepting self-growth, right?
Yeah.
There was, because of the lack of knowledge and lack of information that there was growing up. I mean, for crying out loud, we were still using encyclopedias for research when we were growing up. The internet is like still new in the grand scheme of technology and information, right? So there was only so much that our parents knew how to do. Today, there's so many different nuances of things that we can gather. And it's like, this works for me, this works for me. And we're able to take that and implement it and try it out. I mean, parenting is one big experiment.
And so when Aria would be like, Daddy, I don't like it when you yell. Like, it makes me sad, or it makes me feel some kind of way. And I just want to be like,
But take the time to acknowledge the fact that we created an environment safe enough where she feels okay to come and say that. That's not something that I could go and tell my dad when I was growing up.
My parents felt, I'm sure they felt they created this open communication, line of communication. You know, because they always, like most parents, they want you to come and tell them
Absolutely.
however you feel. So that is nothing against my parents on that, but that I feel.
Did you actually feel like you could?
Really feel like I could. Absolutely.
There was that fear.
Yeah, there was. We think there's a balance there because, you know, I'm the parent, you're the child, but you can still come talk to me.
All right.
But when it came to the actions, I feel like, and I'm sure unknowingly, the balance wasn't there.
Right.
When it came down to actions, because I very much feared my parents. It was a respectable fear.
Right.
But, you know, like most of us, we feared our parents. It's like, you know, you try them every now and then, but there was a certain line, especially when it comes to us Black families, that you know not to cross, especially with mama, right? So,
right. I got the chancla with my mom.
I got Daniel Greens. Those are, as much as I'm sure my parents wanted me to come talk to them about everything, I didn't always have that feeling, especially in something like that.
Yeah.
Addressing a character flaw.
Absolutely.
Or how you make me feel. It's like, hey, my job make you feel good, but my job to be a parent.
Right.
You know, and so having to think about that, you know, it makes you think about your own self-growth, not only as a parent, but as a person.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I do need to work on this because my actions as a parent, it derives from me as a person.
Absolutely.
How I am as a person, it kind of echoes into who you are as a parent. So
absolutely.
Those things presented to me were very uncomfortable. It needed to happen. And it's funny because at the same time, I also do these checkups.
We do the checkups.
So we do the checkups, like, you know, so we'll have, with the family circles and stuff that we have, it's like, is daddy getting better? Am I getting better with my temper? You know, and for Aria, because she was so young, sometimes she's like, she takes it very literal. It's like, when you still, you know, yell, sometimes it's like, when you're not listening, I will raise my voice.
Exactly.
But I need you to understand that I hear you and I understand exactly where you're coming from. And I'm working on me yelling, more so for no reason. Or raising my voice for no reason. So Jordan was old enough to be like, yeah, you've definitely grown from that. She was like, you don't know daddy when he yells.
Yeah.
Like, I do.
Yeah.
Right? And so Jordan...
And it's just a 3-year difference. How crazy that is.
Just a 3-year difference. And so Jordan would be like, yeah, nah, he's made a huge improvement. Right. And so when Aria finally started to understand it, she was like, yeah, like you're much better.
Us raising our girls to embody being a global citizen was quite the undertaking, given that we didn't have the formula for what that looked like. Like, we just did it. We just knew that that's what we wanted them to have. But in truth, that's what we wanted as well. We wanted to also be global citizens. While we wanted to provide all of these opportunities for them, we wanted to create opportunities for a sense of peace for us as well. And by traveling around all of these different places, I've seen them both grow in their independence, how they think, what they're open to. There's just so many things that are simple, like doing the Mars project with Jordan as she's writing this paper for class. And the whole notion, of course, is about us going to another planet because essentially, too many people, we're running out of resources. And she's like, well, why don't we just stop doing the things that are messing up this planet? Like, it's so simple for her. She's like, we're going to go there and just screw up that planet. And then we're going to be doing the exact same thing. She's learned how to think because she's seen different things happen in different places. And with Aria, who would have known that little trip in Thailand, like her going out and wanting squid at the age of 4. Tell me why you want to try squid.
Because I never tried one before, because I want to try one.
So you want to try to eat squid?
Yeah, if I don't like it, that means I don't want to taste it. If I do like it, I still want to taste it.
You still want to taste it?
Yeah.
So you saw the squid and said, hey, that's something I want to try.
Yeah, no spicy squid.
No spicy squid, regular squid.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That is dead.
You want a dead squid?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think they would serve it to you alive, honey. I don't think I'd let you eat that.
Megan to get here, so
go ahead.
She's gonna probably get some.
Good?
Really?
You like the squid?
Wow.
Look at my big girl. And loving it, by the way. She's going to be 8 in just a few months. And the kid is like, she's already figured out her life. She knows she's going to go to culinary school. She knows she's going to go to Japan. She's like, I didn't have my life figured out at 8. There was no way. Like, she wants to go to Russia to cook. It's just so beautiful to see them blossom into these, they're tiny humans right now. And they have already this notion of who they want to become and things that they want to do. And not just at the level of what's in their environment. Like, they're ambitious.
Yeah.
And being able to cultivate that in a world where we have more peace has been very different. Because originally the type of lifestyle we're preparing them for is how to navigate being Black and Hispanic, living in the United States, and all of the cultural nuances that surround that. And now it's not necessarily about being Black or Hispanic, it's just about being human. We don't know who our children will really become.
Right.
And because we've given them the freedom to figure out who they are, with the key focus of, number one, we care about your happiness. That is the number one thing. We want you to be happy. We're giving them the freedom to go and chase happiness in whatever form that looks like, who they love, what they do, where they live. It may not be comfortable for us, whatever version that is, but we need to make sure that we're always open to loving them and to understanding them, even if we don't agree. That's going to be an interesting journey all on its own.
Tell us what you thought about this episode. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, comment, like.
Whichever order you like.
If there's any other topics that you would like us to discuss in the future, suggestions, please let us know
In the comments below.
Till next time.